You've got your 3 baskets, green and red, yellow and blue, and a basket of white balloons, 15 centimetres long. We're now going to measure to make the nucleotides. So you're going to squeeze and twist to make a nice spherical bubble. It's good initially to work in pairs, so one person holds one bubble, then the next person makes another nice spherical bubble. Just squeeze where you want the sphere and twist it round. Then join the 2 together just by twisting them together, as simple as that. Always join a white and a coloured balloon together. Those will be your building blocks. We'll do that again with the red. Make a nice sphere. And then this is with one person doing it. Make another sphere. You can do it just with one person. It's easier to do it with 2. Rotate them around. You've got another nucleotide. It's time to join the nucleotides. So start with any 2 colours you like, as long as they're matching colours. Red will always be with green. If you find you're not making a nice spherical shape, then do adjust it and make sure the length of the long bubble is 10 centimetres. In this case, we're going from a green and red pair to a blue and yellow pair. It doesn't actually matter. DNA is not random, but we are going to put whatever colours we feel like following each other. We're going to make a DNA chain that is 10 rungs long. Each rung is made up of 2 nucleotides, so 1 pair of nucleotides. So each ladder will consist of 20 nucleotides. You can put any colour you like following each rung, as long as the yellow is always with the blue and the red is always with the green. You can have green, red followed by green, red, or you can have green, red followed by red, green. Just keep making the ladder until you have 10 rungs. Now, if you think you might find it too difficult, have a look at Leon. Hold on to it, and let it go. Now Leon, twist it.
You twist it round.
Right, do you want to join it up with this one that I've twisted? To help work with Mummy?
And how old is Leon?
You're going to struggle to Mummy even struggles to do that.
Well, hey! Now twist it clockwise, 180 degrees on both sides. That's actually 2 strands stuck together. Now, how did we make 2 strands? Well, by making a copy. This is how DNA replicates. When you have a strand of DNA, there are nucleotides floating all around it. And when a message comes to split the DNA so that it can make a copy of itself, the bases, the nucleotides, split up. And as soon as there's a loose, in this case red, a green's going to come and join it. We've got a yellow, a loose yellow, a blue's going to come and join it. And then the loose blue on the other side will get a yellow. And as the DNA keeps splitting, the loose nucleotides come to complete each side, so you end up with 2 complete strands.
What is DNA? Well, elephants, dogs, worms, flowers, and of course, humans. We're all different, yet made from the same thing. We're made from teeny weeny tinsy wincy little things called cells. They're so small, you can't see them with glasses. No, you can't even see them with magnifying glasses. You need a special thing called a microscope to see cells. Now, every bit of our bodies are made up of cells. Every bit of what we wear, they're all, even this balloon, is made up of cells. We just can't see them without the right equipment. Inside each cell is something even smaller called a molecule. And there's one very special, very long molecule called DNA. It's very easy to say. Repeat after me. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Bit of a tongue twister. It's in a chain of even smaller molecules, and they are called nucleotides. So they are nucleotides. Nucleotides. The difference between a worm, a flower, and a dog is where the nucleotides are and how many of them there are. So there are many ways that how many? 4 nucleotides can be combined to fit in to the long chain of molecules that is DNA. A nucleotide is made up of a backbone and a base. The backbone is always the same, and there are 4 different nucleotides. So we've given them 4 colours. We're calling the backbone white, so all of the nucleotides have a part of the backbone, and we're giving the colours blue, green, red, and yellow. Now, there's something interesting about the nucleotides. You can't have a red with a yellow or a green with the yellow. You'll only ever find the blue with the yellow. And they fit together like this. And the green will only ever fit with the red. Now, they have different names in science. They have complicated names in science. We're just going to call them red, green, blue and yellow. And when they're all joined together, depending how they're joined together, they could all be joined together. Now, this is only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of nucleotides joined together to make one very small part of the DNA. If I join these on as well, we're making the DNA chain longer. And the DNA twists. This again is called something very special. It's called a double helix. And you have the same pattern going down this backbone as you do going down this backbone, only in reverse. Every time you see a blue, there's a yellow on the other side. Every time you see a red, there's a green on the other side. If we pretend that DNA is a whole library full of books, then we can call one of the books by a special name. We can call it a gene. It's the gene that gives the message to each little cell to tell it what to be. So the gene tells a cell to turn into a skin cell, or the gene tells the cells in the eyes what colour to be. The gene tells what colour your hair should be. Human beings have up to 40,000 genes in their DNA. Worms have up to 20,000 genes. Genes can mutate over time. That means that DNA changes just a little bit. The gene might switch, so instead of red to green, it might switch around to be green to red. This is how living things have adapted to changes on Earth over millions of years. For the Guinness World Record, you are going to make a DNA chain either out of balloons or paper or macaroni. You and your friends can play with the other lessons and learn how science and maths merge together and how it works even inside our own bodies. The world's largest maths and science lesson will happen on November the 3rd. Where will it happen? It will happen in your school, in your community. You can go and have a lesson with your friends. Make sure that you sign up with the link below. Make sure you or your parents or your teachers sign up with the link below, down here. See you then.